Hi everyone, welcome to the channel. I'm Simon. This is The Evil Witch part 16. We left it that Joy was getting into dealing illicit goods, substances that you can smoke or swallow. Not good. The elder from the tribe had helped to set everything up and given us some ideas of how to go about this. Now, Joy was a very smart girl, is a smart girl in some ways, and she's already got this guy lined up to get rid of all these products and make her money, but she's got to go to Amsterdam to buy it. And the elders said, get a boyfriend, rent a car, go over for the weekend, chuck a box in the back, he won't know, and away you go. Life for her, kids were at babysitters every week and then off to their father Errol at weekends. A lot of people are asking in comments, is Errol come back into the story later? Yes, he does. And so over the next few weeks, it's easy for Joy to get a weekend boyfriend. She just goes to the nightclubs, the bars, and she can pick any guy she wants up. If she's dressed right, she can just pick her target. She goes to a nightclub the one weekend, chats to a few different guys, and she comes up obviously with some story that she wants to go away to Amsterdam for the weekend and she needs you to drive and we'll have a good weekend. Wink, wink. She probably, I don't know, 4 or 5 guys before somebody bites and can drive and gets weekends off their job. And pretty easy, she pulls a guy. She has to sort of date him for a few days and whatever, but she gets a guy. She arranges with this guy that she's going to give him money and she wants him to hire the car for her. And any car pretty much, and that he would pick her up or meet her somewhere, not at her house of course, on the Friday night, and they'd get a ticket for the ferry and away they'd go, and then they'd come back and have a weekend away having fun, and she would pay for his hotel for the weekend and pay for the car and the fuel, providing he could pick it up for her, get the car and drive. He didn't know what he was doing. That's just guys thinking with another part of their body. Don't know anything about that guy, but she pulls it off. The guy gets a car, she pays for it all, they get down to the ferry, they head over to Amsterdam, they get a nice hotel, she has sex all weekend with him, she sneaks out, gets a box of tricks, comes back, throws it in the car with luggage, and they come back. And no problem at all. They go back to drop the car off at the rental place. She grabs her box and her bag, and he never asks. And she said that was a brilliant weekend, probably, and maybe they do it again in a few weeks. But she's really busy for the next 3 weeks. She said so. She'll contact him in 3 weeks' time. Sucker, fell for it, got away with it, handed the box over to her guy. Off the stuff went. A couple of weeks later, money back, everyone made money, and she made a few £1,000. It was so easy for her. She got a weekend away, which was all paid for by that box. She got sex with a stranger. She made money, and she got away from the kids. Now, we'll go forward a little bit, fast forward. Everything's normal with the kids and the childminders. As always, she just piles into it, any business like this. She's still doing the gold and everything. She gets a load of stones from second-hand gold rings she's buying, jewellery quarter, gets them taken out, sells the gold, keeps all the stones. Same guy, car, back over. This time she said she has some business. She goes and sells the stones, has a weekend of sex with him, gets her box again, back, not a problem. Rinse and repeat. This guy starts to twig, I think, because he disappeared. She got rid of him. Something happened, and she went off again and found another guy. There's just so many suckers out there, they're idiots. But whatever. I mean, we heard this through a member of the tribe later on, and also other girls. And apparently she did this for about 4 months. And then the guy she was handing the stuff over to, he was really happy, he's making loads of money. But she stopped looking for guys to drive over. This kiddie came forward with an idea that another friend of his who's in the trade and whatever does cigarettes, and he's got a lorry and he's got secret compartments, and he said to her, look, I could go over with my friend in his lorry, you could fly over, buy the stuff, and we could probably put 4 or 8 boxes in the lorry and save you keep going backwards and forwards, and that way we just like make loads of money. And she loved this idea. She thought this was great. So she got a load of stones, she got a load of money, she knew how much it would cost for about 4, 8, 10 boxes. Arranged with this kid, and he said, right, we'll meet you in Amsterdam on the Sunday afternoon at this place. Fine. He said, you get the boxes to that place. Okay. Off she went, flew over, got it all arranged, sold her stones, got her boxes. Don't know how she got 10 boxes from one place to another, but anyway, she did. Lorry there, filled this lorry, said goodbye, flew home. Next day, she got a phone call from him. Yeah, we're here, no problem at all. And then it took about 2 months to get rid of it all. She's still going around the charity shops, jewellery, watch, anything she can put her hands on that she can make money, she's buying and selling. The kids are growing up. The longer she stays in that house, the nearer it's going to get to the 5 years where she can buy it cheap, but she can't sublet it. She's getting so fed up with the kids and costing her money, and really, really fed up with them. She thinks, if I can make a lot more money on that and get that running without getting involved too much, I can look at other businesses. She's still seeing that other guy just for sex still, one that gives her a bit of money as well. The kiddie comes back to her, you ready to do another run? Yeah. And she says, I want to go bigger, I want to put like 20 boxes in. And he's like, cool, because he's daft, he's a dealer. Talk to his mate with the lorry, yeah, absolutely. And the kid may be cutting the lorry driver in, I don't know, but she was paying the fuel for the lorry. So she made it happen. Flew over, 20 boxes, met them, lorry, she flew back. No phone call the next day. They'd been pulled and arrested at the port. They'd got caught with thousands of cigarettes that they'd been buying, all these 20 boxes of illicit substances, lorry gone, everything gone. The kid's a dealer, had a record, prison. The kid driving, got away with it, smack on the wrist, a fine, lost the lorry. She got no phone calls, nothing, but the kid with the lorry turned up about 5 days later, got hold of her through the tribe. She went and met him, told her what happened. And she'd invested for 20 boxes, I don't know, maybe £20,000. And it all gone. And this kid's in prison. He could point the finger at her and grass her up. There's a pun. And she could be in serious trouble. The other kid said he won't. My mate won't grass you up, but you'll have to look after him when he comes out. She's like, okay, that's fine. But she's just lost all this money. And there's no way she could actually corroborate that this has happened. They could just make it up and have stolen it all. But it seems that way, and it was true. And the lad went. And the elder said, "You've got greedy, you've got stupid, you've just now lost a load of money. All the money you've made and more you've just lost. You shouldn't have gone that big." Of course, Joy's lost face and she's well cheesed off about that, and she's just lost a load of money. But it was her own fault. A bit of karma was coming back and biting her. And it might not be over yet, because that kid in the prison might turn her over. Who knows? Maybe later in the story. So she's like, she brushes it off, carries on with the jewellery trading, still getting more and more cheesed off. It's probably a year now since the divorce, maybe a bit more. She's got loads of money. She's probably got, still 280, maybe 300 grand in the bank. She's sat pretty with everything, but she can't sit still. And she thinks, how can I make money without really doing anything? I'm fed up with these kids. She thinks and thinks and thinks, and she talks to the elders. And the elders are saying, well, they're your kids, they're your children. Why have you got a problem with them? She said, I don't like them, I don't want them. I can't sell them. The house she's got, it's not brilliant. She wants posher. She's still got that boyfriend. She could go and live with him. Or she could do anything. Now, she hasn't been back to Thailand at this point for ages and ages and ages. She starts thinking about Thailand at this point, and she talks to that boyfriend. Would he like to go to Thailand and have a trip? Wouldn't it be nice? And she could maybe go and visit her family. And he's up for it, and he's got loads of money. And he said that, I'd love a trip. He said, how many? She goes, let's go for 4 weeks. He said, okay. What about kids? And she said, I'll sort that out. He said, I'll pay for the holiday, I'll pay for the flights and everything. And she's like, okay. And she starts to arrange a month in Thailand. When she starts to arrange everything. She gets the 2 childminders. She offers them extra money to live, both of them, in her house for a month, take care of the kids, get them to Errol's for weekends. She would pay them well, and it would all be good. But one of them couldn't live there. They had a life. The other one said yes. So the other one said, I can come in and out, and kids can come to me for some days and you for other days. And they arranged it, and she paid him handsomely. She just wanted to get away from him. Errol didn't find out till later on, until she'd gone on the trip, and he was livid that she just dumped him with childminders. But what could he do? He was nobody. Just the father, maybe. No, he never got a test. So was he the father? Well, we know that, don't we? We know the answer. She got ready for this trip, and she filled her bags with gold. She put loads on her, wearing loads of it, because she knew that she could get it melted down in Thailand really cheap. Even though it was from Europe, it still melts down to pure gold, and she could make probably more money on it. And at the time, it looked that way. But if it didn't sell well, she could always just melt it all down and stick it in a bank box. She took nice handbags, some nice clothes that she'd bought. She was going to flog those to friends in Thailand, if she had any friends, of course. And this guy paid for business class tickets, paid for a hotel for the first couple of nights, and she said, we'll tour around. And I'm going to meet my family, see them, which she hadn't seen for ages, and have a trip. And off they went. Plane, got over, no problem with all the jewellery and gold, landed, went off wandering around. She then went into a jewellery quarter in Bangkok, probably the Silver Quarter at the top of Chinatown or somewhere, and got it all sorted. She made money, but it was similar money to what she'd have got in Amsterdam, Germany. But she was happy. She sold it all. Suddenly she had a load of money. What was she going to do with that? She could only bring £10,000 back, and it was significantly more by all accounts. She had some Thai accounts, but did she want to put cash and money in Thailand? Or was she going to buy something to bring back? Something dodgy? She's just turning into a trader, isn't she? But she does start to consider breaking the law many times in the future, and you'll see how bad. I'm going to leave it there. She's in Thailand for a month. I'll catch you on the next video. Take care for now. Bye bye.